What's up, guys? Welcome back to Quake Combat, and we're just going to go over Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev, which is going to be an amazing fight. And in my opinion, I'm probably going to give this fight to Rafa, just out of fight IQ. I think this is a very tough fight for Justin because Rafa's pretty patient. He can fight everywhere. Justin's best work is done in the pocket as a dog fight, but when there's a little bit of distance and stuff involved, Rafa's pretty good. So let's just take a little look at it anyway, and we're going to get going. And I've obviously slowed this all down again as usual, and I will pause it and chat about things if I need to longer. But the first thing we're going to take a look at is this random little habit that Justin has of dipping his head to the right. And you can see Chandler fakes and Justin always dips his head to the right. This is right at the start of the fight. So maybe, you could give it away as he's trying to slip and throw a massive dirty overhand right, or he often slips that way and then rolls back and throws low kick like that. But it's definitely automatic. You can see it's happening all the time. I just want to talk about that too. That's another thing Justin does is if he starts slipping, his feet will stop moving. So he'll plant his feet and he'll start waving his head round. He probably bends his waist a bit too much and gets his head a bit too low to fight someone like Rafa, because Rafa's pretty well-rounded with all of his limbs. He's a good kicker, a good kneer. Chandler is not he's not like a Muay Thai fighter. He didn't come from that striking background where he has that diversity or that automatic nature to throw up a knee or throw up a kick if he sees something like that. If it came to wrestling, that would be Chandler's area of expertise. He'd be far more automatic and just natural with the responses to things happening in the wrestling scene. But in this fight, Rafa's going to have that advantage over Justin. There we go, Chandler faking again, Justin tilting his head out to the right. Chandler followed up with the up kick, a little bit slow there, but that was the perfect way. That right hand Justin should have definitely uncorked, that would have landed. But you saw Chandler faking and Justin tilting his head off to the right, and then Chandler threw a up kick a bit late. There, he read it and he threw an uppercut, so he's clicked on that Justin is now tilting to the right. You can just see he does it all the time automatically, and Chandler starts to capitalize on it. He went to the body there. Earlier on he went to the uppercut, but he does throw another massive filthy uppercut coming soon. This is a disadvantage that Justin has. When Justin's out of range and he wants to come in and hit you, it's loaded. You can see it coming a mile away, but boom, that uppercut was sweet. Okay, now watch this. He dropped him. They just stood up. Chandler jabs, and Justin dips to the right, automatic. Even though he's not hurt, Chandler's the one that's hurt. Justin's dipping, always dipping. Boom, huge uppercut. So I love that low kick he does. He slips and then he throws the low kick, and that one obviously landed beautifully. But that's where Justin does his best work. If you stop in range too close to him, which Chandler does a few times, he just walks in and stays in range. Justin will make you pay by throwing those huge bombs over top or throwing that nice uppercut that he has. So this is where Rafa will be much harder to deal with, is the fact that Rafa doesn't really stop moving too much. The most that he gets static is he will start moving his head. That's the least amount of movement he'll do. If he stands in front of you, his feet will still be moving, a little bit. His head will be moving. He's waiting to slip or something like that. But most of the time, he's drifting around doing this thing I call the lullaby, which we're going to take a look at. Yeah, Justin plants his feet and starts swinging from his waist, which Rafa will be able to capitalize on with kicks as well. This is where his best work's done, in that pocket. And here we're going to see it here. I just got this clip from Barboza because I just wanted to show where Justin does his best work, which is definitely in that dogfight state. Look at him go. He just operates in the pocket like an animal. He just loves having a scrap. And he rolls with the punches pretty well in there. He sees stuff pretty well. He's got a good chin. And that's definitely where Rafa doesn't want to end up. So here, this is the lullaby. See Rafa drifting around. He's trying to lull you in. He's trying to lull you in to take a shot and commit to a shot. And he's always just out of range. And he'll make you pay for it badly. He slips and explodes, but you can see him going back to it now. Boom! There we go. He drew Bobby into a punch there and tried to capitalize off it, but did miss. But still, you understand what I'm talking about now. He moves around and he calms everything down with this movement. He makes it feel relaxed. Gets you to maybe step in a little bit too much. Where Bobby did the best was he didn't chase him. He just took small steps, stayed at range, turned with him, So it was hard for Rafa to actually lull him into anything. So Rafa had to, actually come in and engage him. So you can see him start to move a little bit less now. Even now, he misses, boom, off balance. Bobby took the shot because he's off balance, but he still managed to slip and, nearly make you pay for it. But yeah, you can see he's always moving his head a little bit. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. And that left kick is gnarly. He's got a very good left kick on him. It's fast. It's hard to see. It's going to be an awesome weapon against Justin, especially for the head and the body. I think he's going to use that a lot. I hope he does, because I just said that. But his head's moving. He's trying to lull you into something. He's like never really too uncomfortable. But you can see Bobby, actually, we'll talk about that. Bobby actually got him quite static, and that's the best way to fight Rafa, is like to get him, not moving as much. And then Bobby started to land some shots, land his punches a lot more once Rafa wasn't moving so much. But I think a big part of that was to do with Rafa did move so much in this fight, and threw us so many kicks. He did like a lot of stuff that's very exerting. It makes you tired. Here he's doing a lullaby again. He tried to offbeat time that kick, but he missed. But it was a really nice setup. There we go. There's Rafa slipping, waiting for you to come in. He sets you up and slips and explodes. I think there's another one coming as well. Boom, there it is. Good eyes from Bobby though. All right. Yes, I got knocked out, but there's some things I took away from this fight that I can share with you guys. So like, I was trying to draw out Rafa's attacks, and so that's what I'm doing with this touching jab here. I'm trying to draw out that left kick because I know it's a dangerous kick and it's a hard kick. So I touch him to get him going. We have some good exchanges. What I should have done has tried to be first and third, because most of the time I was being first and Rafa would counter. And that's another thing that I do, is he's very hard to hit. Rafa was very hard to hit with one shot. You can always see it coming and he'll make you pay. So I would slap to his guard to get his hand up and then throw my kick to land my kick. So I'll try to occupy him first and then kick, before just trying to kick by itself, because he'll lean back and he'll make you pay for that. So throwing the straight punch, he slips all the time. So I opted for a big long slap, and because I have long arms, I'd slap and then I'd throw my kick, and then that would help you score a point like a little bit easier. So I do it a few times. I stood here too long. Here it comes. Boom! Huge elbow. Don't stand in front of him too long. That's what happens. So I paid for that. I wasn't faking, wasn't moving my head, or being a little bit. I was being all jittery and stuff in this fight, trying to take away the lullaby. It's a good exchange. Yeah, I don't know if Rafa knew that he'd be trying to lure me into that, so he opted to do something else and push forwards, or I'm not too sure. This is an extremely exciting fight. Like, how often do you get, two dudes like that are going to square up? Two guys that just, love to hurt people, love to have a good fight, love a bit of a bloodbath. So I'm super excited for this fight. And it's only a few hours away, so I'll probably try to get this video out as soon as I can. But thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'm going to release more and more and more of these.